All right, can you guys hear me now? Everybody, give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me. It looks like you should be able to. I just had to update OBS Streamlabs, so I apologize. Let's jump back in. Let's start over because I think this is important. Like I said, this is Forgottenhunter's deck list. This is one that he suggested to us. Thank you guys for the heads up. This is one he suggested to us. It's all about big insects. We're going to try and make the biggest of insects today. But importantly, I made some really crucial changes to the list, and the reason for those changes, Hunter, if you're watching or if you tune in for this afterwards, the reason for that, some of the cards that you suggested are not necessarily bad cards, but they're not necessarily standard viable cards either. They're a little bit slow, don't necessarily work 100%. Hey, thanks on the rocks, really appreciate it. And so what I did is kind of switch things out a little bit, kind of geared the deck a little bit more towards just making big insects as quickly as we can. I did keep a lot of the main cards that you initially had in the list, but I thought I would make some changes to hopefully make it a little bit more consistent, and ideally just make it a really powerful and viable standard deck. So you'll notice we do have a little bit of white in this list. And the reason being is, again, trying to get that consistency. We want to be able to trigger 1/1 counters as much as possible. One of the big top-end cards here is Iridescent Hornbeetle. This is a really good card. Was Scute in the original lamp? No, it technically was not. And so I wanted to add that in as well. We'll talk about that. Hornbeetle here is kind of the big payoff. This is the thing that we want to trigger every turn if we can. At the beginning of your end step, create a 1/1 green insect token for each 1/1 counter you've put on creatures you control during this turn. I wanted to make sure we had as many ways as possible to get those 1/1 counters and hopefully get a lot more than just one per turn. To do that, we've thrown Luminarch Aspirant into the list. This is going to help us consistently trigger that. And then Conclave Mentor is going to add another counter to that. So ideally, we'll get extra tokens every single time. Swarm Shambler, obviously just a really good include. This was in the original list. Always going to be able to trigger with some counters. Hopefully going to, again, push up that Hornbeetle to even more tokens if we need to. I did add Nessian Hornbeetle. This was not in the original, but I think this is a really nice little payoff 2/2 that can hopefully scale up if we don't get if they don't have removal. I wanted to really kind of assess the threat situation and make sure that our deck is pushing that boundary as much as we can. This helps us do that. In the 2-drop slot, we also do have Lotus Cobra. Just a good ramp card. That's all it is. This is just a great ramp card. Cactus, what's up, buddy? We do have Oran-Rief Ooze, which was, again, in the original list. This is a really good, consistent way to drop some counters on stuff, especially as we are going to hopefully be the aggressive deck. Sometimes we can sit back, and I think we can play both roles really well. But this in particular encourages that aggression if we need to, and then rewards us for it in the process. Scute Swarm lamp, as you pointed out, was not in the original list, but this is just a really good insect. And so it's really hard to play an insect deck and not play Scute Swarm. So I did decide to put I decided to put this in here. I thought it was worth it. It's a really good card, obviously, for a lot of reasons. In the 4-drop slot, Vastwood Surge is a card that was recommended already by Hunter, and I think it works really well. Now we can kind of capitalize on just the lands as well as the counters, though, because we do have Scute Swarm in the deck. So if we drop this after having a Scute Swarm out, not only can we kick it and hopefully get some counters, but we can also just gain value off of it by having lands enter the battlefield. So, like, got a little bit more we can do. Hunter, what's up, buddy? We're playing your deck. We're finally doing it. Felidar Retreat also was in here, thanks to Hunter's initial suggestion. This is a great card. Absolutely fantastic. Throw counters everywhere. Hopefully get this Iridescent Hornbeetle to just go crazy with counters. Got to be a really good card in this list. It's a little bit slower than some of the other things in the deck, but it's very, very good. And then one last card, Luminous Broodmoth. This I added in, Hunter, I think for very good reason. One, it allows us to be a little bit more aggressive with our attacks or our blocks, and bring things back as needed. This is just a really powerful card. It is an insect, so it does play into the theme as well, and it's just really, really good. Like, it gives us a way to kill our insects, bring them back with flying if we need to, and then get in there for the attacks. So it's really, really solid in this one. Hunter, I did change up the list, like I was saying. I apologize, but I think it was worth it, and I will show you why as we play this game. I did keep it with the 20 lands that you suggested. The only thing that I really changed was throwing some Fabled Passages in. Again, because I threw Scute Swarm in, I thought this would help trigger that just a little bit. And so, honestly, I think that was just kind of an efficiency kind of play. So not changing things up too much there. You did already have the Pathway lands in, which was great. So this is the list. We're trying it. Hunter, I played with your original list. I really did. But I found this configuration to be a little bit more aggressive and hopefully a little bit more consistent. But I certainly appreciate the suggestion. I do encourage everybody to give us some deck suggestions. You can do that in Discord if you would like. So please go check that out. All right. Game 1. Let's do it. How is everybody doing today? What weekend plans do you have? What is going on? Understandable. I wasn't expecting it to be the same anyway, if I was honest. That's okay, Hunter. I do appreciate the suggestion. It's a great one. I think it's fun. I think this just brings it a little bit more to like a closer viability, not tier 1 necessarily, but just very close if we can help it. And so I think, you know, we might have a solid deck on our hands. In testing, I was doing some really good wins with this one, so I'm excited about it. We're having some network issues today, it looks like. Oh no. All right, we're gonna cancel and queue back up if we can. It's not even letting me cancel. Oh, no, we got there. That was weird. All right. Let's jump in. Let's see if we can get a couple wins with this deck. I really like this. Oh. We're just having all kinds of issues today. Yeah, again, sorry for the audio issue in the very beginning. That was my fault. I updated and that wasn't part of it. So my apologies, but we're back. Really having some network issues today. We may close out and join back in. Let's do that really quick. Guys, while we're doing this, give me some weekend plans. What kind of things do you have going on this weekend? What are you really excited to do? Anything fun? Anything exciting? I would love to know. Let's do this. Let's get some wins. If we can get the game working. Playing Magic today? I love it. Are you going to an LGS or are you going, is this like online or anything? Recording new videos for YouTube, streaming and planning with nostalgia content. Love it. Finishing up finals projects. Ooh, lamp. Always hate doing final stuff or just projects in general or for school are not fun. Don, what videos are you recording if I may ask? Alright, that's better. All Out, welcome, buddy. Welcome, welcome. Just a heads up, All Out, your Commander Legends box should be on its way. I did double check with Grand Slam, who is the sender for that, and they did say they sent it out. I'll try and get you a tracking code, but just wanted to give you a heads up there. Thank you to everybody again for entering the giveaway. We really appreciate it. One Brushwag list, of course, and one on mono green, I think. Ooh, I like that. Heck yeah, All Out. Love it. LGS finishing off a couple of EDH decks right now. Heck yeah, Hunter. Love it. I am going to do this. I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to swing in for one here. Alright. Had some issues starting off the stream today, but we're back. Cloudkin Seer. That is different. We're going to play Scute Swarm, and then we're going to activate this. Should have got flight, but I guess I didn't too much. Not going to attack here. Alright. That's very good. This is just an ETB Azorius deck, which is going to be really powerful for sure. Cool. Ooh, that's very good. Okay, let's do this. Out of whites. Go ahead and play this. I kind of want want to hold off on these. I'm a little curious to see what they end up doing in terms of sweeper stuff. I don't know that they'll have a ton because that's not really the game plan. But this isn't going to trigger quite yet anyway. Let's just throw a counter here. We'll attack. Obviously, they're not going to block. There's no reason. It's only 2 damage. But now we can drop a counter here on the Swarm Shambler. Hopefully get that going. Be a little bit higher up on the list in terms of power. Okay. Sure. We get to just bounce this. Is this bug insects? Yeah, this is based on, this is big insects. This is based on Forgottenhunter's suggested list, which had a really, really nice foundation to it. I made some changes just to make sure that, you know, it was really, really on that big insect game plan. And I think it works out pretty well. In testing it, at least, very much does. So we will do the best we can this time around. Sure. Let's go ahead and do this. The good news is if this is like a counter-heavy deck, they're really not drawing them. But on top of that, we also kind of have a really significant board at this point, so like doesn't matter as much. If they're not running sweepers, we're gonna be in really good shape. This just helps us. This triggers Scute Swarm. That's fine. Love it. All right. Ooh. Oh. All right. Well, we gotta try this. Right, like we have to. Let's go ahead and play this out. Alright. We'll throw a counter here. Let's attack here. I'm actually going to attack with the Lotus Cobra as well. They may try and trade here, and that's fine. Alright. They could very easily sweep here all out. They might have something to solve this problem that they find themselves in. But the good news here is, like, if they don't, and we draw a land, it's fine because we've got Scute Swarm. If we draw any usable spell, it's also very good because naturally we can play it and do a lot of damage. So, like, regardless of what happens, we're kind of in okay shape. You hate Scute Swarm? It is a very frustrating card, Ace. So I completely understand. I think it's very good, but that's just me. Also, that was a mistake. Should have waited till the end of the turn, but it turns out it didn't matter anyway. Which is fine. Alright. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to activate ability. We're going to play Nessian Hornbeetle. Sure. I don't think they're going to sweep. We are going to throw this here. Yep, we're going to do that. Very aggressive. They can just straight kill one of these guys, and that's fine, though. Alright. Now they don't bounce anything, which is important. But now they can very easily sweep, which is the work. They also have these Castle Ardenvales to just throw out some things. Built a... If I untap with Scute Swarm, I can usually get 128 right away. Holy crap, all out. That's insane. Scott, yeah, this is a fun deck, dude. Hey, hype in the chat, guys. Forgottenhunter, we got there. Hype in the chat. Yeah, this is a very fun deck. Again, credit where it's due. Forgottenhunter gave us the foundation for this one, so huge thank you to Hunter. Really appreciate it, buddy. Alright, game 2. We got this, guys. Feeling good. It's a Friday. We're chilling. We're having a good time. Playing a fun deck. Enjoying the company of some very fine folk. Alright. Like, I'm gonna mulligan. I don't want to keep a lackluster hand here. Both of these are good. I'm going to put the Luminous Broodmoth back. I'd rather have options on 3 based on what we find ourselves against, to be honest. I just think that that's a better play. The question here becomes, do we try and go for Fabled Passage now to secure turn 3? And I think the answer is yes. The only downside here is if we play Scute Swarm, we don't get the extra activation here. But this is going to reliably give us a turn 3 play, and turn 2, which is obviously important. We'll just get a green source here. Luminarch Aspirant, huh? We're gonna play Mentor. It's a really good card to get down first because it's gonna double up most of these counters. I think it's sure. That's very good with Scute Swarm. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm offering the trade. I very much expected them not to take it, so that's fine. I'd rather get in some damage here. So next turn we get to play this Scute Swarm twice, essentially. And hopefully do some major spreading on the board, just to give us a little bit more to do. That's fine. I mean, that's not good, but that's fine. They're really thinking about their plays. Okay. I'd rather them do that than commit more to the board because, again, with Scute Swarm in hand, I feel fairly good about just kind of going in for it. If they... Okay. I was going to say if they didn't attack, we might do something a little bit different here, but I think this is just the correct play. Go ahead and do this. Get ourselves that next land. We'll get green. And we are going to attack. A little worried about another Primal Might because they can just take out Scute Swarm here. But we've gotten enough on the board now where we can kind of just block for a couple turns and then hopefully get some payoff with this Hornbeetle. I haven't actually gotten to really overutilize the Hornbeetle yet, so I'm pretty stoked to see how this actually pans out. Excuse me. Luminarch Aspirant here going to be really good as well. We're outpowering the mono green, hopefully. I will go ahead and block, just save ourselves a little damage here. It's not a huge deal, but enough that I would like to save as much as we can. Especially if they get some tramplers or something like that down the road. I don't really want to have a low life total. Okay. That's very good. So I've played 3 Primal Mites at this point. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Not going to attack, because I'd like to block with this, and then next turn we can get the Aspirant down. Really just hoping they don't have a 4th Primal Mite. Or like a Ram Through, or something along those lines that can deal with the Iridescent Hornbeetle. If they can't, I'd be okay here. That's very good. Sure. Alright, we're going to play this out. We're going to play this. Get our white. Get Luminarch Aspirant out. Put a counter here. No attacks. Get another one. Alright. The train's going. Luminarch Aspirant doing the job here to get us those 1/1 counters that we can then turn into little 1/1 creatures that can effectively block, do whatever we need to do. So, the problem here is the Great Hinge. Obviously, they're able to kind of cycle through their deck with that. That's a little scary, but we'll do the best we can. These Gilded Geese are actually kind of annoying as well, because if we do get the Broodmoth, again, if things die, they come back with flying, which is amazing. But they do have some blockers here, so it's not going to be like an instant we just swing back and win. Really changes the game a bit there, but that's okay. Sure. Good news is, again, we can just effectively block for no consequence here. Thanks to this Hornbeetle. So now we're just looking for a decent spell. Ooh, and there we go. Alright. Get that out. I'm gonna throw it there. Throw it there. Kind of spreading things out here a bit. Not gonna attack. Now get 2 tokens. I like that. That's a problem. That kills our Aspirant, which is hugely, hugely helpful right now, so... Oh, okay. So they sacrifice a food here? Well, that's not good. That's very bad, but... We'll see what we can do. Alright. Guys, I need some deck suggestions for next week. What do you guys think? What would be a fun one on Monday? I think we're dead here, by the way. Not Brushback, but my Mono-Green food is solid. I will try that out. Done. We played a food deck very recently. Piper of the Swarm plus Mad Ratter. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and concede here. We're pretty dead. Piper of the Swarm is an interesting one. The rat deck is different. I don't think I mean, I did play a Relentless Rats deck in Historic, but that was really the last time I played around with the Rats deck. Might be a fun one to try too. Excuse me. I keep burping. I'm very sorry. Alright. Let's do this. Hopefully a better game than last time. Sure. A little odd, but I think manageable. We can get a Conclave Mentor down pretty quickly here, which I do like. And then if we draw an untapped land, we can get a turn 3 Swarm, which I think would be really, really good, especially against this list in particular. I think that's going to be good. Wow, okay. Aggressive glass casket there. We're 1-1. Ooh. Oh, man. Part of me really wants to go for it, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to do this. I'm going to throw this down. This just means next turn we get to Scute Swarm and get 2 triggers off of it, and I'd rather capitalize on that. Especially given this hand. They don't seem to have as much going on. That could be very good. But no, I think it's correct to do this. I will get second white. This is going to give us Luminous Broodmoth mana. So matter what, we will get, you know, we've got all the colors we need essentially at this point. Also not gonna attack. I like to leave back until we know we can really secure the life total win. They're stuck on land, which is great for us, to be honest. I'm gonna do this. Throw it here. I like throwing the counters here because, again, we kind of gain that life back, which is important. I am going to attack with these two. It just slowly gets them away from Speaker. Alright, they were just stuck on land, unfortunately. But hey, that's another win. Let's get some hype in the chat. We did it. Mostly thanks to their own deck, but that's fine. Alright. So, 2-1 at this point, Hunter. I'm liking the deck, I gotta be honest. It's a very fun one. I mean, it plays very similar to just a regular counters list, but with the Iridescent Hornbeetle in particular, I think it's got a nice little like synergistic vibe to it. It's a little bit more, I'd like to say potent than I think some of the other lists that are similar. So I really like this. I like it a lot. I think the Great Hinge would potentially be a really nice include here. That's one card that I didn't really consider heavily, but I should have, I think. For a lot of reasons, but mostly because, one, it gives some life gain, it gives a little bit of ramp, and it gives counters. So it kind of just does everything you need it to do to be an effective deck. So, yep, let's do this. Alright. Red. I ran into, in testing, I found a big red deck that I was up against that was very scary. This could very well be a very similar list. In which case, Scute Swarm, not at its best here, but, you know, we'll do the best we can. Alright, this is just burn after burn. Ooh. Oh, man, this is very, very tempting. Yeah, let's try. I don't love the risk here. We're gonna do the best we can. Again, getting second white to make sure we've got what we need. Alright. Risky, but we'll see. They clearly have burn. Yeah. I'm gonna do this actually. Just try and get some lands out. This ensures that we can do a lot more next turn. And considering they are not really playing a lot of threats, I'm kind of okay with that. Ooh, nice. Oh, that's bad. Okay. We're about to do a lot though. Let's get green. Play Aspirant. Play this. Oh, whoops. Let's go here. Yeah, I'm gonna attack in. Don't know how risky that is, to be honest, but we're gonna try. Okay. I'm gonna block one of these. Kind of fine, we've got another one. Ooh. Alright, well, this is really good then. So let's do this. Let's counter up here. We'll attack with just this. I mean, now, if they can't kill this, we're in just really good shape because we're just throwing counters like crazy with the Aspirant. That's fine. We've got Oran-Rief Ooze as backup. Alright. And this, they're going to have a hard time burning out. Ugh. Fortunately, drawn a lot of lands this time around. Not going to attack here. Little worried about Embercleave. That also hurts, but we'll do the best we can. I'm just gonna take it slow. I don't really like this board state at all, but a little nervous, to be honest. Oof, that's bad. Alright. We're just getting tons of little 1/1s, which is awesome, but it doesn't really translate to a very aggressive play here. It just gives us defenders like crazy. Sure. That's not good. Again, bit of a stalemate at this point, but that's okay. Luminous Broodmoth would be really good right now. Or just like kind of anything other than a Lotus Cobra. Getting kind of unlucky. Vastwood Surge would be quite nice right about now. Lamp, that's true. Would be very, very good. Unfortunately, we are just not drawing well these last few turns. Lotus Cobra after Lotus Cobra is really not what you want at this point in the game. That helps. Slightly. I mean, it gives us an extra creature. And so this is a reliable way also to trigger the Hornbeetle. The only downside is you do have to tap it on your turn. But it is a reliable way to do it. So if they want to get through, they're going to have to answer it. Okay. I'd rather than burn that than anything else, though. I mean, not anything else, but you know what I mean. Alright, we're here, doing the best we can. This is, again, where I think the Great Henge would do wonders, because we could be gaining life this whole time, and every creature would come in with a 1/1 counter, which would just put us that far above. I'll block here. If they have Embercleave, they have Embercleave. I can't really do a lot. Alright. I guess they didn't. That was a bit of a bad block, but that's fine. Oh, okay. That's a counter engine. And we get 2 of them now. Alright, we are very, very, very slowly inching our way through this. This is so weird. I mean, the good news is we got blockers for days, which is great, but this is so strange. If they get like an Embercleave, then they're going to be in really good shape. Alright. Cool. Now we get more counters. This is such an odd board state. I'm not attacking. I can't risk attacking. I mean, there's just no way. But we're getting 4 creatures a turn now. It's not worth it to block with anything here because they can pump it up, and I'm not willing to risk the Hornbeetle. If they've got like a burn spell, they can just kill it, so it's not worth it. Ooh. Alright. Yes. Hunter, or excuse me, Lamp, you're correct. But now we're getting a lot of stuff. Alright, look. Theoretically. This is so ridiculous. Alright, they must have it, right? They have to have it. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, Lamp. I'm just taking a number of these. I don't really know. That. I don't know. We're just trying stuff. Who cares? Such an odd thing. Yeah, okay. Alright. We're dead. That was weird. That was the weirdest game. That was so strange. We could have gotten out of that, I'm sure, if I had, like, counted better, but I don't think we would have been in really terrible shape at that point because we would have lost most of our engine pieces. So I don't think it really would have mattered. But what an odd game. All right, open up a pack, up our mastery. Let's get some anti-hype in the chat because we now have that emote. All right, sure. All right. So weird. This may be our last game since that one took a little bit longer. I do have a meeting coming up here soon, so I am gonna have to jump off. But Hunter, once again, I really want to thank you for recommending this list. I think it's a very fun one. Definitely is an interesting list, to say the least. I really like it, but it definitely needs something. Perhaps just some removal, like ram through. I know. Let me be clear in saying Hunter initially had some removal. It just wasn't necessarily optimal. So I kind of swapped it out to be very clear cut, like about the big insect kind of theme, which I like that idea, but I think we could have done something a bit different. New follower, the real Bear Minotaur? All right, welcome. Welcome. Thank you so much for following. I really appreciate it. Certainly hope you enjoy the channel. Alright. I mean, that hurts, but it's not the end of the world. Sure. Bear Cool Cat. Heck yeah. Forgottenhunter, yes, it is very strong. I like it a lot. I'm gonna put the counter here. Just so if they have another Bone Crusher Giant, this doesn't just immediately die. I'm expecting some really interesting stuff out of this. If it's a teamer list, it's going to be fun. Okay. Really need some lands here. Unfortunately, clogged up in the hand, we've got a lot of 4-drops, which isn't really helping very much, but I'm going to throw this out. Put it down here. 100% expect to be sweep this turn. Now you may be asking, why do we play the Hornbeetle if we expect that? No reason. Just thought I would. Don't have a good excuse. Just thought it would be fun. Okay, maybe not. Adventures it is. Yeah. Lamp, you're correct. Oh no. Well, here we are. I'm gonna put the counter here because I want to be able to swing in. I'm gonna attack with both of these. We'll see if it works. double blocking. Okay. I'm gonna block like this. All right, let's see. That hurts a little bit, but again, we've still got our counter engine here, so I'm hoping we can survive this. But we're losing out without having mana. We're in bad shape here, like really bad shape. Oh no! All right, we're losing everything, guys. It's happening. We're gonna die. Oh no! This is terrible. Well, okay, but let me just say, we've got them down to 6 and only 2 lands. That's not the worst thing in the world. But also, we're definitely going to die. At least now, if we draw a land, we have a play. Yep. Yeah. Oh, what a tease. Alright, I'm gonna concede out. We're gonna do one more. Because that time we just got mana screwed. Oh, that hurts. Anti-hype in the chat. We didn't get there. Anti-hype all the way. Alright. One last game, guys. Bear, if you're still here, and if I may ask, did you just like stumble upon us, or where did you hear about this Twitch stream? Just out of curiosity. All right, let's hope for some better luck here. Yes. Gonna want some more lands, obviously, but this is a really nice start and perfect. Hi. They said to live. It's only fair. Conclave Mentor coming down turn 2, turn 3. We got Scute Swarm, most likely. What? Alright, didn't expect that. Not gonna attack. Best of one is not fun at all at the moment. I only see rogues and get mostly bad draws. Don, I do see a lot of rogues, so I get you. But I will say there seems to be a bit more variety than there has been in recent weeks. It's obviously not perfect, but I do think there's some fun stuff out there. All right, so we can spread this out multiple ways. We could just play Scute Swarm. Don't really like that. I kind of like the play of Nessian Hornbeetle with Swarm Shambler. This obviously gets an extra counter. All right. Yeah, this doesn't seem like a very viable card. If you found someone I thought was a potential chill person, you, then watched for some time and decided you were worthy of being a person to follow. Bear, I love it. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you found us. That's awesome. And I'm so glad we're worthy. I didn't expect to be worthy of anything. That's so kind. All right, that's fine. I mean, that sucks, but it's also kind of fine. Debating on whether Scute Swarm or Mothra is going to be better. I kind of think just Mothra. It's going to be hard for them to kill. They're burning up a lot of their shocks and stuff like that, which means they probably don't have 2 more in hand, which means they can't double up on Mothra. So, like, there's a hope. Yeah, I think we're going to do this. They could have, like, I guess not. Dude, screw it. I'm attacking. We're not here to be a pansy. We're trying to win. Yay, we did it. All right. Of course, now we open ourselves up, but it's fine. Mostly interested in learning, so smaller streams is what I'm looking for. Hello from Denmark. Denmark, my goodness. Wow, that is awesome. Well, welcome. You may learn a lot about what not to do here, and that's fine. Happy to have you, though. I really do appreciate you being here. Thank you, thank you. Certainly hope you enjoy the stream. All right, we're gonna Scute Swarm. We're gonna play this green. We're gonna play this up. I'm just gonna attack here. Really could have attacked. There's no reason not to, but it's fine. Strange deck they've got here. Yeah, double vision with the lionfish is not. Okay. That's scary-ish, I guess. We'll see. This is just the weirdest deck. Like, why do they have a bunch of sorceries? I mean, they've got instants, I guess, but why are they playing this in a lionfish deck? It's not an instant. You can't play it on anybody else's turn. No, I'm just gonna take it. Lamp, I'm glad you love it. That seemed very not correct to me, but that's okay. Yeah. Gonna attack here, 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 here. It's fine. Just comes back. I think this is very jank. Whatever this is, I think it's very, very jank, but that's fine. Okay. That's good, but they had to double up to do it. This is so weird. So weird. I feel like my head is like, I should be here, not here. Oh well. Doesn't really matter. I'm gonna activate this. Activate this. Not attacking. Alright. So now if we can get this to 4, then that triggers Hornbeetle. Any lands now are gonna help trigger the Scute Swarms, so I feel okay about our position. The only thing I'd be worried about is a sweeper now that they killed Broodmoth. But I don't think this is the kind of deck that's going to have a sweeper. Just gotta be honest. They have a lot of point and shoot burn. Ooh, neat. Do you have your next stream planned? If yes, do you know when it will happen? I might come back. Bear, I'd love for you to come back. Unfortunately, I don't ever know when exactly I'm going to stream. I will say during the week, it's very often that I will be streaming around 12:30 to 1 every weekday. That's usually pretty reliable. It's going to be between that time frame most of the time. On the weekends, it's a bit of a hit or miss thing. It's really dependent on when I can. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. I will say Sunday evenings, and now we haven't done this for the last 2 weeks, unfortunately, but Sunday evening is podcast night. So at 8 p.m. Eastern, we actually, yeah, Dawn, good call. Join the Discord, Bear, if you haven't already. But yeah, we stream the podcast, which is a really fun time. Oh, we won! Hype in the chat. We did it. All right, guys. So let's round this one out really quick. First of all, thank you guys all for being here. Really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the deck. Hunter, I really appreciate the suggestion. I know we did a lot of changing to the list. Please understand that's not because I think your list was bad by any means. It was just I think it needed a little bit more to be able to play on the best of one ladder. And so that's why I made those changes to it. Tried to keep the essence of the deck still there. So again, thank you for that foundation and getting us there. Really do appreciate, again, everybody being here. I hope you enjoy the weekend. I hope you have a fantastic time. Stay tuned for JDC information. That's going to be coming out very, very soon. And make sure... Oh, thank you. Thank you, Dawn. Oh, you're so kind. Thanks for the hype, Hunter. Really appreciate it, guys. Bear, welcome. Please make sure you join that Discord as well. And yeah, I guess that's going to be it for this time. We will see you guys hopefully over the weekend. If not, definitely on Monday or Sunday. We should be doing the podcast episode this week. Like I said, I know we missed the last 2, but I think we're going to be back. So thank you guys again. Really appreciate it. And I will see you hopefully very soon.